Here's a question that I hope troubles you as it does me. The evidence is in and it's solid. We all lie. We all engage in self-serving hypocrisy. We all jerk people around a bit, including trying to persuade others that we see things more accurately than they do. What then makes someone a liar, selfish or greedy, a hypocrite, a jerk, or a gaslighter? I mean, where do you draw the line? I find my hunch about this troubling problem in the original quote. Power tends to corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Power doesn't always corrupt. If it did, then the goal would be no power for anyone ever. You hear that occasionally in the platitudes. He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone. But no one believes it. Judges are humans who do all the stuff humans do. They have power, and it doesn't always corrupt. It's often just what the doctor ordered. And of course, doctors have power too, and often it's just what the doctor ordered. Still, power does tend to corrupt. But how? Well, it tends to be addictive. As with all addictions, we get used to what we've got and want more, so we can regenerate the buzz we got from our first doses. And having some power is frustrating because you start to notice what you can't overpower and want to overpower it too, at the absolute extreme, by any means possible. The quote applies to any useful means by which we negotiate power. Lying tends to corrupt, as does selfishness, hypocrisy, gaslighting. The more useful a move is for gaining power, the more it tends to corrupt. Okay, but what do we mean by corrupt? I think it means corrupting the checks and balances, the give and take that maintain systems by preventing runaway effects. It's not just the rule of law, checks and balances that keep a country wobbling along. It's checks and balances between people too. Take gaslighting. We all do a mild version of it anytime we try to convince someone to take our perspective over theirs. Checks and balances prevent runaway effects of absolute gaslighting, with one person's perspective always dominating. The quote doesn't just apply to the moves that we associate with corruption. I'd argue that kindness, loyalty, honesty, hope, and other such positive-sounding moves tend to corrupt also. Now you might object, Sherman, you nincompoop. Trying to get others to take our perspective is nothing like gaslighting. Gaslighting is evil, so believe me, I never do it. No, really, you've got to believe me. And that's another thing, you bonehead. What do you mean kindness tends to corrupt? Kindness is good, not evil. Don't gaslight me, Sherman. You should be kinder than accusing me of gaslighting you, because I'm a kind person. Thank you for asking. I apologize for being so unkind as to accuse you of gaslighting. My point is, if we treat gaslighting as some ill-defined evil that kind people like you never indulge in, we tend to corrupt the checks and balances. It enables people to bully by saying, I'm kind, you're a gaslighter, so shut up, you should be kind and take my word for everything. Kindness and a bevy of other beautiful-sounding words like love, care, niceness, empathy, sympathy, and the golden rule are actually all ill-defined. They all suggest, though, if you get practical about it, accommodating others. Kindness tends to corrupt in two ways. It can corrupt by being too accommodating. You know that one. I realized I was being too kind to them. I let them walk all over me. That sort of thing. Or it can corrupt when one person bullies another with it. You should be more kind to me. Remember the golden rule. You want to be accommodated, so you should always accommodate me. Life is an ongoing checks and balancing act. We'd like to claim some surefire formula like never gaslight and always be kind, but that's not how we live. We live by using the full range of power tools in our toolkit, all of them with their tendency to corrupt. Hey, thanks for wondering with me. Like, subscribe, comment, and one more. Email me for a free trial strategic consulting session. Not bottomless psychotherapy or pep talk coaching, but cut to the chase help navigating next moves on anything, but especially on getting your mind back from some jerk who seems to be jerking you around. Thanks.